Hi guys, and welcome to our WWE Crown Jewel prediction video. Yes, we are back in Saudi Arabia. Yes, it's been quite a yeah. Yes,
Sorry.
we are back in Saudi Arabia in WWE. Yes, for the first time this year. Of course, the last time we were at Saudi Arabia was Super Showdown in February last year, and it was a pretty rubbish show. But that's the Saudi Arabia shows. They're always either okay or just terrible. They're always a bit, but even if they are just massive, like glorified house shows that the Saudi Arabian government paid WWE like in the tens of millions to put on. So yeah, it is what it is. But this card actually looked pretty good. So fingers crossed. I guess this could be actually a good Saudi show. We will see. Of course, it's taking place next Thursday because it's at different time. It's a bit of a weird time, but next Thursday. But yes, Callum, we have 9 matches to talk about, so let's get to it.
Let's go.
Okay, so first match we'll start off with a tag team match, the WWE Raw Tag Team Championships. Yes, we have RK Bro, Randy Orton, and Matt Riddle defending the belts up against AJ Styles and Omos. Yeah, so this is a rematch from SummerSlam, where obviously RK Bro won the belts from AJ and Omos, and they've been feuding a little bit ever since. But I'm just kind of ready to move on from this now. But Callum, you start. Who have you got? Pretty obvious, I think. But well,
Yeah, I think Randy and Riddle. I mean, I can't see Omos and AJ being the ones that dethrone them again. Plus, I don't really know what defenses Randy and Riddle have. Did they defend it against someone else before? I didn't really know, but I don't think that'll change hands. I think it's kind of pretty obvious that maybe, unless something drastic happens with like RK Bro breaking up or something, then. But yeah, I think Randy and Riddle will retain here. No particular reason, just it started off being quite good with them winning the belts, and now it's kind of just sort of died down a little bit. But yeah, retain.
Yeah, I fully agree. Riddle and Randy will retain because I still think while they haven't been doing all that much on Raw, I know Randy had that match with Bobby Lashley for the WWE title a few weeks ago, but before he lost it to Big E. But that was the night Big E cashed in. But yeah, it's just not been. I've just really not been. And AJ and Omos, I'm kind of done with them now. They've been together for like a year, and I just want AJ to go back into the singles picture. Right before he's going to consider retiring in a few years. So I still want AJ to go back into the singles picture because I found like him and Omos to kind of run their course now. But yeah, this should be a fine match. But yeah, RK Bro to retain. Yeah. Okay, on to the next match. We might as well get onto it. Yes, we have the final of the Queen's Crown tournament. Yes, this has been an extremely underwhelming women's King of the Ring. The matches have been really short and underwhelming. It just shows what WWE think. And Zelina Vega is in the final. She beat Carmella last night. And the other finalist is either going to be Shayna Baszler or Doudrop. So we don't know who will be in what the final match will be. I'll start with this one. Well, this is obviously subject to change because we don't know who the finalist will be because that'll be on Raw. But right now, I'm going to say Zelina Vega. I think she's going to pull off a shock win because I can just see her taunting around with going, "I'm the queen," and she's got to the final. So WWE obviously want to push this heel character. So maybe she'll pull off a shock win if Doudrop or Shayna Baszler get to the final. That being said, if Shayna Baszler gets to the final, F it. I'm gonna stick with Zelina Vega. I'll probably shoot myself on the foot here, but I'm gonna say Zelina Vega just because I can just see her like showing off I'm the queen and all that. But honestly, I couldn't care less. Callum, who have you got?
I can't believe that Liv Morgan and Toni Storm both lost to Zelina Vega and Carmella in the first round. Like, what?
They were like 2-minute They were like 2-minute matches as well.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. But I think they've repackaged Shayna Baszler after the whole thing with Nia Jax, and they've made her out to be a bit of a monster, injuring Nia, injuring Dana Brooks. I don't really. Anyway,
Eva Marie.
Eva Marie, that's it. Yes. So I think they're going to try and push Shayna Baszler, since she's moving over to SmackDown anyway, to challenge Charlotte or whatever while she's over there. So I think Shayna Baszler will beat Doudrop, and I think Shayna Baszler will beat Zelina Vega. So I'm going to go for Shayna Baszler to be the Queen of the Ring. Is that what we're calling it?
It doesn't really suit Shayna Baszler's character because she's such a horrible heel. I'm the Queen. I'm Shayna Baszler. It just doesn't suit her at all. But yeah, she probably is the favorite. I think. I don't know why have I gone with Zelina Vega.
No, you never know.
Okay, moving on. Next up, we have is a singles match. Yes, we have Mansoor going up against Mustafa Ali. So Mansoor gets his usual Saudi Arabia match, going up against Ali. Obviously, these two have been a team on Raw for quite a while, but now they're split up. Like they had a bit of a breakup. It should be a good match. Ali and Mansoor, like in a match that could be good. But I've got a feeling this is going to go like 8 minutes because there's so many matches on this card. So it should be a good match, but I think it's pretty obvious Mansoor because he never loses at the Saudi shows. In his previous matches, he's all won. So yeah, I think he'll beat Ali. He'll get a big pop from the Saudi Arabian crowd. Yeah, who've you got, Callum?
Same. Nothing else to say really. Mansoor, I don't think he'll ever lose on a Saudi Arabian show. So yeah. Just to be short and sweet, Mansoor, he'll get a big pop from the crowd. He'll maybe, I think he does a little speech often at the end of each match or something. So maybe we'll get that as well. But
you can believe in your dreams. Anything is possible. Oh.
Since the first show when he came up with all the trainees and stuff, and like he's the only one to have to have made it, and he's been on NXT, he's been on Raw recently as well. So
yeah,
fair play to him. But yeah, I think he's definitely going to win.
Yeah, I think he's the favourite, but it should be a good match. Okay, moving on. What is next? Yes. Okay. All right, might as well continue. We'll end the King of the Ring tournament final. Yes, both finals will be on the night. So Finn Balor is in the final after he beat Sami Zayn last night, going up against either Jinder Mahal or Xavier Woods. Callum, obviously... like I said, subject to change based on who's in the final with Finn Balor. But who have you got and why to win the King of the Ring?
Finn Balor. Realistically, is Finn Balor going to lose to Jinder or Xavier Woods?
Stranger things have happened.
True. It could be quite difficult between Xavier and Jinder to see who's going to go through to the final. I think. But I still think that Finn Balor, after they destroy the demon by falling off the apron or whatever it was, because it broke the top rope at Extreme Rules. I think they have to give him this. Maybe they were like, Finn, we'll give you King of the Ring if you just do if you job like this. So I'm gonna have to go for Finn Balor. Otherwise, they've ruined him already coming back to the main roster, and he's only been back a few weeks. So.
Yeah. I felt so bad for Finn Balor after Extreme Rules because that match and that feud has just been completely forgotten. It's like that match never happened. And Roman's now just feuding with Brock like that match never happened. It's like, poor Finn. Anyway, it's I think Xavier Woods will beat Jinder Mahal, and I think Xavier Woods will win King of the Ring because they seem to be pushing Xavier Woods a little bit now. And I think now Big E's WWE champion. Kofi Kingston has been WWE champion. I think they want to start pushing Kofi Kingston as a singles competitor now. And I think what a better way to do it is Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods, sorry. Start pushing him now, and I think he'll beat Jinder Mahal. But subject to change, if Xavier Woods does get beat by Jinder, I'll go with Finn. But right now, I'm going to say Xavier Woods wins and then has a good match with Finn and maybe pulls off a big win. And Xavier Woods is King of the Ring. I think that'll be a good little thing for him. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay. Yes, we'll go with a no-holds-barred match. Yes, between Goldberg going up against Bobby Lashley. Oh, man. Okay, so... Yeah, obviously. Look, I don't know. So at SummerSlam, Goldberg lost to Lashley via injury, and then Goldberg's son came out, and Lashley attacked him, but he didn't know it was Goldberg's son, and he was looking all shocked. And Goldberg was like, "I'm going to kill you! I'm going to kill you!" So he knew the feud wasn't over. And then Goldberg recently came back, cut a promo saying, I'm gonna destroy Bobby Lashley, the crown jewel." Cut a really vicious promo. Then Bobby Lashley's going, "I'm going to retire Goldberg," and all that, blah blah blah. And I actually don't know what this match is actually quite tough to predict because I don't know who's going to win this match because both men kind of need a win. Lashley has been on a bit of a losing streak since he lost the belt to Big E. He's lost several times to Big E since then. So Lashley kind of needs a win. But Goldberg hasn't actually won a match since the last Saudi Arabia pay-per-view. He's lost his last 3 matches. So I don't know who needs to win more. I'll probably say Bobby Lashley, but because it's a Saudi show, I don't know. Callum, who've you got, Goldberg or Lashley?
I think this is quite an easy choice for me, to be honest, because I think with being in Saudi Arabia, like the nostalgia that everyone likes there, all those kind of things. Goldberg's obviously one of those big old stars, part-timers that come back. He'll get a big payday out of it, but he'll get some revenge for his son Gage, and I think Goldberg is going to beat Bobby Lashley in. I don't want to say it's going to be a squash, but I think Goldberg's going to be coming out of the gates quite fast. It's not going to be a wrestling match like they tried at SummerSlam. It'll be a couple of spears, jackhammer, and unfortunately, it's probably going to end up burying Bobby Lashley in the process.
I feel bad for Bobby Lashley. He had such a very good reign as the Almighty Champion, and now he's just losing to Big E a few times, and now Bobby Lashley. I'm going to say Bobby Lashley. Woo! I just think he needs this win a lot more than Goldberg does. If Goldberg wins, big deal. He goes off and then just probably comes back at the Royal Rumble or WrestleMania. Or Bobby Lashley, where does he go after losing to Goldberg? I think Bobby Lashley needs this win. I'm probably wrong. I think Goldberg's probably going to squash him in 3 minutes, but I'm going with heart over head here. I want Bobby Lashley to win. He needs this win a lot more than Goldberg does. So, yeah, Bobby Lashley to definitively beat Goldberg this time because it was a stupid injury finish at SummerSlam, even though he was dominating Goldberg. Yeah, Bobby Lashley to get the win, please. Okay. Oh, dear. I'm going to do quite bad in predictions, I feel.
You're making some bold predictions today. Selena Vega, Bobby Lashley.
Okay. Next up we have is what I think could definitely be a match of the night contender. Yes, we have a Hell in a Cell match. Yes, the third and hopefully final match, kind of a trilogy between Seth Rollins and Edge. Oh boy. And I think out of all the matches on this card, I'm looking forward to this one probably the most because this has been a great feud between Edge and Seth. It's been fantastic. I thought they stole the show at SummerSlam. They had a very good match at Smackdown, which Seth won. And now here's the third and final match. I think the feud's been great. They've both cut amazing promos. Of course, Seth Rollins invading Edge's house, and, looking in his fridge, and all that was pretty funny. And Edge last night cut a really vicious promo going, "I'm going to end you, Seth Rollins." Ooh. So I think this is going to be a vicious Hell in a Cell match. Callum, who have you got, Edge or Seth Rollins? I think this is quite tough.
I think this is probably the hardest match on the card to predict.
Yeah.
Inside Hell in a Cell, obviously, it's got its interesting bits, but both Edge and Seth have gone to Raw in the draft.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a case of whoever wins kind of maybe goes and gets a WWE Championship match against Big E or whatever. But Seth hasn't been in any title picture for 2 years since he lost to the Fiend.
No, I think it was he had a match against Drew last year at Money in the Bank.
Yeah. But since obviously he had all that stuff with Rey Mysterio and on the Mysterios, and then he's had all the stuff with Edge and all like that. So I think he deserves a little sort of push into a bit of a title picture. So obviously, I think I may be thinking Seth, but Edge hasn't won any of the feuds that he's been in since he came back. He obviously won the Royal Rumble. But he lost to Daniel Bryan and
oh yeah.
and Roman Reigns. Then he lost to Roman Reigns again. Then he beat Seth, but lost to Seth. So it's a draw here. So Edge hasn't actually had a sort of win overall in anything recently either.
Well, I think Edge is in that stage of his career. You know, he's nearly 50, Edge, and I think he's in that stage of his career where he's putting over the younger talents now, the younger stars. Maybe that's why they brought him back. You know, he's put over Roman twice, Seth on SmackDown, etc., etc. So, well.
Oh, I really don't know how to call this one. Edge
On this day.
Ooh, I don't know. That's really. I mean, I'm wearing his t-shirt, but I don't know. I might live to regret that one, but I don't. Yeah, Edge.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Edge as well because I think he needs this win. Actually, Seth needs this win as well. But and like I said, they have been teasing something with him and Roman. Seth, like every now and then after Roman's matches, Seth and Edge have a bit. Seth and Roman have a bit of a face off. But isn't Seth going to Raw now after Crown Jewel? So that I guess that's done. Him and Roman till maybe the Royal Rumble. So yeah, I think Edge is going to get this win. But it's going to be a really hard-hitting, brutal Hell in a Cell match. They'll probably be bleeding, weapon spots and all that. But Edge pulls it off and gets his first proper big win. I know he won at SummerSlam, but yeah, he wins his first feud since, like you said, he hasn't won one feud yet, even though he's won a few matches. Okay, so yes.
Wait, actually, did he beat Randy in that feud?
No, Randy. Well, it was 2 matches, wasn't it? Randy won 1, Edge won 1. So I guess that was a draw. Yeah. Okay. What is next? Let me have a look. We've done that. Okay. Yes, let's continue then with a triple threats match for the WWE Smackdown Women's Championship. And this should be good. This is like WrestleMania worthy. Yes, we have Becky Lynch defending the belt, going up against Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. What a match on paper! This is a really good match on paper. God damn! But I think the brand split has made this match very difficult to predict because after Crown Jewel, Becky and Bianca are going to be on Raw, and Sasha will stay on SmackDown. So it's made this match quite difficult to predict. I feel because Becky's can't stay SmackDown Women's Champion when she's on Raw. So it's tricky. But obviously, last night Becky and Sasha had a match, really good match, which Sasha won. I wouldn't say clean because Bianca kind of got involved, but it was a pin over Becky. Becky's first pinfall loss, and she came back. So that makes me think: is Sasha because is Becky now going to pull it off? But anyway, Callum, I'll let you start. Who have you got, Becky, Bianca, or Sasha? This one's tough.
I mean, Charlotte is still in the background here too. There've been tag team matches with her involved. Yeah. She's facing Bianca on Monday night as well. I don't know if they're going to try and shoehorn her in and make it a fatal 4-way for both belts. Is what a possibility that could happen, which obviously will change the dynamic of the whole match. But yeah, I mean, like a couple of years ago, what the Street Profits and the New Day did, they just traded belts, didn't they? Yeah. So if Charlotte is going to be on SmackDown, which she is, and she's going to have the Raw belt, and unless they just have the wrong belts on each brand, which doesn't make sense, they just end up swapping them. That being said, Becky only has had one defense against Bianca, and Sasha got involved in that. So I don't think Becky should lose it technically yet either. I don't know really. I think. Did you hear that?
Was that Olivia?
Yeah, it was Olivia from next door showing Sasha.
What, she can hear
it? She can hear me talking about it.
Freaking hell.
I'm not going to go for Sasha. Anyway, Becky, I think she just booed. I think I'm going to go for Becky because I think it makes the most sense for her to retain. But if it does become a fatal 4-way, then obviously change things. But as it is now with the triple threat, I'll say Becky to retain.
Okay. Is Bianca and Charlotte for the belt on Monday?
I don't think so. I think it's just a match.
People are saying it might get changed for the belt. Bianca beats Charlotte, so then Bianca has the Raw belt, and when she's gone to Raw.
But then what about?
I
But then
know.
so then Sasha has to beat.
I know. So that is if that I'm going to go, Olivia. You're like I'm going to go with the boss, Sasha Banks. I think she's going to win the belt and take the SmackDown belt back to SmackDown because she's staying on SmackDown after Crown Jewel, and I think Sasha deserves it. You know, she's kind of she didn't get her match at SummerSlam, and it got suddenly changed to where Becky. We still don't know what actually happened there, but yeah, now she's back after she got involved at Extreme Rules. So yeah, I'm going to go with the boss, but I think she'll hit a bank statement on Bianca because Becky got pinned last night, so Becky kind of gets protected, and then maybe Becky feuds with Bianca on Raw for the Raw belt if that happens, and Sasha takes the SmackDown belt back to SmackDown and maybe feuds with Charlotte. Oh, great.
Baszler.
Shayna Baszler, yeah, okay. But yeah, I'm going with the boss, but it should be a very good match, definitely. Okay, I think that's nearly everything now. On to the second to last match. Yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Championship. Yes, we have WWE Champion Big E defending his belt. I believe this is his first proper defense since he's beat Bobby Lashley. Yes, Big E defending the belt, going up against the big Scottish bastard, Drew McIntyre.
He actually defended it against Bobby twice on the Raw, the week after Raw.
Okay, I meant like pay-per-view defense, but
yeah, what was in steel cage though? To be fair, one of the defenses that makes it a bit different.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, going up against Drew McIntyre. Yes, so Drew's back in the title picture. Obviously now Bobby hasn't got the belt. He was like, "I'm coming for you, Big E." And he's got the sword, and I've enjoyed this. It's like a mini feud. This isn't it? It's only been going on for like 2 weeks, but obviously on Raw this week and then Drew hit a Claymore on Big E. It should be a good match. You know, these two big boys going at it. It should be a really good match. But I think it's very obvious who's going to win this match, Big E, because Drew is going to SmackDown after Crown Jewel, so he's not winning the belt. No way, because the title's staying on Raw with Big E. So Drew's going to lose, and then he'll go to SmackDown and maybe start a feud with Roman heading towards WrestleMania. We'll see. So yeah, I think Big E's going to retain. It should be a good match, but I'll be very surprised if Big E beats Drew clean. Like I said, not many people beat Drew clean, even though he's not champion anymore. So if Big E just wins with a clean big ending, I'll be like, whoa. So yeah, but I'm going to say Big E definitely retains. It's very, very predictable. Yeah, and Drew goes to SmackDown. Yeah, who have you got, Callum?
I think someone pinned Drew the other week, didn't they? Clean. I can't remember who it was, but it was a few weeks ago. I think someone pinned him clean.
Damian Priest?
Oh, it was Damian Priest. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was before SummerSlam. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, again, pretty obvious. No need to really waste time. Big E, like you said, Drew's going to SmackDown, so both belts aren't going to be on there. One of them needs to stay on Raw, so that's where Big E's going. So pretty straightforward, I think. Big E's retain.
Should be a good match, though, without a doubt, I think. Yeah, Big E and Drew. Yeah, but very predictable. Okay, on to, I believe that is everything. Let me check. Yeah, we've done everything. Now on to the main event. Oh boy, yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. Yes, we have the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending the belt with Paul Heyman, going up against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock Lesnar is back. I'm really pumped for this match. You know, Brock Lesnar's first match back since WrestleMania 37. It's been a year and a half since we've seen Brock. You know, obviously he made his return after SummerSlam, confronting Roman after he beat John Cena. I was like, oh my God. And yeah, I've really enjoyed this feud. I think it's been great. They're teasing a lot, like, where does Paul Heyman's loyalty lie? Is he going to betray Roman? That's the big angle here. Like, because the Usos and Roman are constantly looking at him like that. Why did and Brock Lesnar was like, why didn't you tell Roman I was going to be at SummerSlam, Paul? And Roman's like, and then last night on SmackDown, the contract signing, what did Brock say? I've already seen the contract. I went through it with my advocate, Paul Heyman. Yeah, and Roman was like, what? And Paul Heyman was like, oh shit. So they're definitely teasing that. Is Paul Heyman going to betray Roman? Like, he's done it before. He betrayed CM Punk. He betrayed Brock back in 2002. Is he going to betray Roman and help Brock win the belt? That's the big ooh. But it should be a good match though, because Roman and Brock usually have quite good matches over the last few years. That being said, I'll go first with the prediction. I think Roman's going to retain because one, I've heard that Brock Lesnar isn't going to be sticking around. Same old Brock. He's going to be after Crown Jewel. He's going to take another break and probably come back at the Royal Rumble. So it just makes very little sense for Roman's been on such a roll, 400 days as Universal Champion. So it makes very little sense for Brock to just beat Roman after a part timer to beat Roman. So as great as a match it would be, so I think Paul Heyman's going to maybe low blow Brock, and then Roman gets a few spears and hits the guillotine choke. But it should be a brutal match. And I think Paul Heyman's going to save Roman a lot. Like Brock will be hitting F5s and going for the pin, and maybe the Usos and Paul Heyman keep helping Roman retain. But yeah, I'm going to say Roman Reigns retains. It should be a very good match between him and Brock. Callum, sorry, I'll blab it a bit there. Go on, take it away.
No, I think you pretty much said everything that needs to be said. This feud's been building even while Roman was feuding with Finn Balor. We knew this match was going to happen before then, which it makes even worse for Finn. Hopefully, he does win King of the Ring. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It felt like it was more difficult than obviously you hear that Drew might not be sticking around, which he never really does anyway, to be honest. But I think the Paul Heyman effect could be in play with he's been with Brock Lesnar the longest. Could he potentially cost Roman Reigns? I don't know, but
imagine
that would be I'd probably I don't know. I mean, you've made some interesting predictions. In this
you're not going to say Brock, are you? Oh my god!
Yeah, no, Roman Reigns.
Oh, nearly.
This close to go. If Brock wins, and I'll regret saying Roman, but I just think whether it is Drew or whoever it ends up being who comes onto SmackDown to beat him, The Rock at WrestleMania, whatever it is, like I just I don't know. I mean, I think it's probably the hardest one to call of Roman's defenses, apart from maybe WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Before he might have lost there, but yeah, Roman Reigns to keep the belt, because why not?
I've also heard that this won't be one and done. Apparently, that there'll be a rematch at some point next year. Maybe the Royal Rumble. Maybe the finish will be really weird. Like it'll be a really weird, maybe a DQ finish or something, and maybe there's a rematch at the Royal Rumble. Because I've heard they want Brock and Roman to go at it again next year. So there'll be a rematch, I think, regardless of the finish. But so yeah, we've both gone with Tribal Chief to retain because I think the only two people that are going to beat Roman now is either Drew McIntyre or Seth Rollins. With the rumors that The Rock apparently can't do WrestleMania, so they're going to push The Rock and Roman till WrestleMania 39. So, and I think by then Roman won't have the belt anymore, or maybe he'll have won it back. But that's ages away. So yeah, well, that has been our Crown Jewel prediction video. Yes. Thank you for joining me, Callum. It's been a pleasure, as always.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. I'll be back, prediction video-wise, with Callum, Laura, and Liam. The four of us are back together for Survivor Series in about a month's time. Maybe less than a month, but yeah, in November. And that will be probably our final prediction video of the year, because apparently the TLC won't be happening in December. So, yeah.
Well, you can still do one for the New Year's Day one. You'll still technically do that in 2021.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, we can do that, like Christmas time. Yeah, okay. Okay, then. Well, thank you for joining me, Callum. We hope you all enjoy Crown Jewel next Thursday. Yeah. And yes, we will see what happens. Well, thank you, Callum. Thank you, guys. Bye.